So, speaking of hearts, I was a teenager, and has anyone been a teenager before? Yep. Just checking we're all on track. Someone became a teenager this week. I won't say your name out loud, but happy birthday. We celebrated her birthday in drama class this week. Well, I was a teenager, and I met this boy, and I thought he was so cute. And you know how you have like a mental checklist of things that you kind of like are looking for in someone? Well, he like ticked so many of those boxes, and I was like, this guy's amazing. And to what I thought was luck, he thought the same about me. So we started hanging out and, you know, kind of doing things together and hanging out, having fun and laughing and doing all that stuff. And then I was like, oh my gosh, this guy is so cute. I think that maybe this could like be something, you know what I mean? Like maybe. And then another girl came into the picture. I know. And I was devastated because as the story goes, he went with the other girl, and I was just like totally left brokenhearted. And I really was like totally brokenhearted over this. And I felt like my heart had been like shattered into many, many pieces. And I know that sounds really dramatic, but it's actually how I felt. And I would kind of like think to myself, you know, wow, I mustn't be enough. I mustn't be pretty enough. I mustn't look skinny enough or tall enough or short enough or whatever the enoughs are that we think about in our lives when we've been rejected, when we've been left aside. And so I grew up in a church, in a home that we prayed and we asked God for help. So that's what I did. In this time of hardship, I was like, okay, God, help a sister out here because I'm really struggling here. And then I went to church, and this girl was at church, and she was like, oh, I went to the beach and I asked God for a sign, and like dolphins came up out of the water, and it was just amazing. And I was like, I'm going to do that. So the next time I went to the beach, I was like, God, give me a sign that you're here, that I'm not totally rejected and alone. Dolphins would be great. I mean, a splash of water would be great. You know, like I was just looking for something, and nothing happened. And I was like, cool. And then I was in my bedroom one night, and my Bible was next to me. And I was like, God, you know, please just open my Bible to a Bible verse that I need to read. And I like opened my eyes, and the Bible was still closed, and there was nothing. And I was like, oh, I feel like I'm not getting anything from you. And I don't know if you've ever prayed those prayers before. I don't know if you've ever asked for help and felt like there was nothing. That's how I definitely felt in that moment. And I wish I could tell you that I had some magical experience, that like the clouds parted and there was like rays of light, and like I heard the audible voice of God saying, Priscilla, you're not alone. I don't know why his voice sounds like that in my head, but I sometimes think that's how God talks. But I didn't have that. I didn't have some magical like overnight transformation where I was like, yes, I'm okay. It was just a slow process. And it was like God was picking up little pieces of my heart and putting them back together. And every time he did, he made me just a little bit stronger. He would say things to me, and I'd read this in the Bible, and it'd be like, I am with you. You are not alone. And I started to realize that I didn't need someone or this magical person to come and feel anything that I might be feeling like I was alone. I actually had someone with me all along who was walking this journey with me. And I love the idea of doing things together. I hope that you've gotten that throughout the week, that this isn't a solo journey that we're doing in life. We do things together. And it is one of the reasons why I love to play sport. Does anyone like sport in the house? Yes? Okay, there's like 10 of us. Is there more people that like sport? Okay, cool. I love how even some staff are saying, yes, I love sport. So one of my favorite sports is netball. Does anyone like netball in the house? Yeah. So we played netball when I was in high school, and we're actually pretty good. We won some championships, excuse me. Thank you so much, lovely. And we used to play netball and play in school, and then I still actually play to this day. I play in a team, and we play down the road from my house at the PCYC. Do you guys have PCYCs in Victoria? Yeah, so cool, so fun. Anyway, we play 5-a-side at the moment, which I'm very bummed at because I love the full team, which is 7-a-side. But we play netball, and I get a little bit competitive in sport. Does anyone get just a little bit competitive? I know, we're like, oh, yeah, a little bit. Is anyone like, yep, I'm competitive, I like to win, loud and proud? Do I have any loud and proud people who like to win in the house, okay? Yep, I love to win, okay? It's good fun, but I do also love to play in a good team, okay? I love playing this team. So let's imagine for a second that we are playing this game in our life, okay? And every single one of us, we have a position, and in our own life today, let's pretend that we are the goal shooter. Can I get this around my head? We are the goal shooter. Is anyone into shooting here? Maybe you play basketball and you like some shooting. Come on, friends. Who do I have in the house? Do I have any shooters in the house? Yes? So it's not everyone's forte, and I understand that, but let's pretend for a second that in our life, we are a shooter, okay? We are taking shots. We are taking shots frequently, okay? And there are some times when we get the shot in and everyone's excited and we're excited, and there's sometimes when we miss, but that's okay because we get another chance to play and shoot the ball, all right? We also have other people in our team. And at the moment, a very strong part of your team would be a parent, maybe you have 2 parents, your family, people who love and support you and who are going to play your GK. So I need a parent to pretend. Dad, come on up, Matt. Oh, what's your name, sir? Mr. Nguyen, I'm so sorry. I know Mr. Nguyen from college days. So, by the way, I loved how you play guitar. It was really awesome. So let's just pretend for a second that we have a parent, someone in our corner, someone that is going to defend and play for us. Oh, yeah, put it on, bro. Yes, awesome. And I'm going to pass it to you, if that's okay. Do you play netball? Because you've got to put both arms in. All right, awesome. So we are playing our game, and the job of our parents, and for some of us it's family, some of us we have family that have stepped in, their job is to protect what's happening on the other side, okay? So I'm just going to pass to you, and you can go ahead and hold that. Yeah, you can pass it back if you want. Now, in a game, we don't actually pass to each other, but that's okay. You get what I'm talking about here. We also have right now, here at school, you guys have teachers around you. You have chaplains, you have staff who believe in you, okay? They actually think that you're amazing, and they want to set you up for a win. So I need another staff member in the house, maybe Pastor Jono. I love, Pauline, how you were like, Pastor Jono, give it up for Pastor Jono, everyone. You can put, oh, you gave it up for yourself. Thank you very much. Okay, so we have these teachers, and they come alongside of us, and the WDs, they can run up and down the court, okay? And they are there to get the ball from that side over to that side. Okay, we're getting fierce here. Very cool, guys. They are there. Okay, don't pass it back to me for a second. I need to just need to make sure I don't fall off the stage here. And the WD's job is to get the ball from the back over up to you, okay? And these people are the adults in your life, the people who are trying to set you up for a win. They will run alongside of you in your team, and they will do everything they can to make sure that you get the shots that you need. All right, we also have in our life our friends. How many of us love our friends? Oh, I got a little woo, yeah, that's exciting. So I need some captains to come up and help me. Both of you would be great. I have 2 bibs. Thank you so much. What are your names? Sasha, very nice to meet you. And Chris, nice to meet you, Chris and Sasha. Okay, so we have our friends, and they come alongside of us. Actually, Chris, can I get you and maybe Pastor Mr. Nguyen, could you guys just go in the aisle a bit? We're going to play a little bit in the crowd, if that's okay. So we have our friends that come alongside of us, and they are there to be with us. So Pastor Jono, if you want to pass it over to Chris, Chris can get some action here. Yep, pass it back to Sasha, or Sasha. How do I say it? Sasha. Beautiful. Lovely. Yep, you can go ahead and pass it over to Sir over there. And we're getting some lob shots over here. Can I play? Yeah, can I play, guys? Thank you. Yeah, awesome. Okay, cool. So we have these awesome friends in our lives, okay? And they come alongside of us. But guess what? We get to be those positions in our friends' game as well, okay? So you might be thinking, who's my WA? Who's my GD? Well, you've got people around you, but you get to be someone's WA. You get to be someone's GD. All right, Chris, I'm going to pass this over to you, bro. Thank you so much. Great catch. Amazing. Thank you so much. You guys can come on up to the stage. Thank you so much for playing, but stay there. Don't go anywhere just yet. And then we have a special position in our team. Now, as the GS, who is my partner? The GA. Now, this position is reserved for someone that you choose, okay? This isn't always going to be a family member, but maybe it could be. Maybe your partner, your GA, is your mum. Maybe it's your best friend. Maybe for those of us who are a little bit older, maybe it's a special friend. Maybe a GA is someone that you have chosen to partner up with. For those of us who are a little bit older than that, maybe it's your wife or your husband, someone that you have decided to partner with for the long term. And your GA is someone that is meant to have your back. This GA position is special because it's someone who is going to pass it off to you so that you get the best shot possible. But guess what? When GA and a GS work together so well, if I can't take a shot, if I'm being blocked by someone, I can pass it back to my GA, and whoever takes the shot, it doesn't matter. We both win because we've got each other's back. So I need a GA. Who do I have? I love how you're like, maybe, yeah, Pastor Pauline, come on up. I'd love for you to be my GA right now. And maybe there are some of you here that have given your GA position to someone who doesn't have your back. So let me just pause for a second and say maybe you need to rethink that. And I know that you can read between the lines of what I'm saying. Maybe you've given your GA position to someone who has let you down, who is continuously trying to take the shot for themselves instead of letting you take the shot. Maybe you have partnered up with a GA who you just think, actually, we're not having the healthiest relationship at the moment. We're actually probably doing more harm to each other. Maybe I need to focus more on the shots that I'm taking than the hurt that might be happening here. So maybe you need to rethink who your GA is. But this is my team right now. And it's pretty good, right? Who's got the ball? Thanks, Chris. It's pretty good, right? Let's give the GA some action here. Great job. Yeah, thank you for passing it back. All right, so we're passing it around to our team, and we have a great team here, okay? Can everyone just give us a round of applause? We're a pretty good team. We have just won our championships, okay? We're excited. We are playing this game. You can pass it to Sasha. Sasha's able to pass it back to Pastor Jono. Yeah, we're playing it around. We're mixing it up. We're not always going to have the ball, but we trust in our team. We trust that they have our back. And the goal of every team is to pass it to the shooter so that they get to take a shot. Now, when I take a shot and I get it, when the GA takes a shot and we get it, what happens to the rest of the team? Are they jealous? They can't come in and take a shot. That's not their job. So they're excited for us, okay? This is what happens when we play as a team. Now, we are missing one very crucial position. Does anyone know what this position might be? So, without a shadow of a doubt, in my team, in my life, as I am the GS of my life that I'm running right now, the life that I am living, without a shadow of a doubt, my center is none other than Jesus Christ. None other. There's no doubt. I won't be ashamed to say that. The center is the pivotal position in the team. They have to have the most amount of energy. They have to be able to run everywhere. But get this, Jesus as my center, he can't come in and take my shots for me. He is a perfect gentleman. He will pass me every shot he can, but then he will watch and see me do it. And that's what he does. He allows us to live our lives the way that we want. And when I miss, he goes, better luck next time. Don't worry. We'll get it again one day. He'll pass me another shot. And when I get it in, he's like, that's awesome. Good job. He's like the biggest cheerleader ever. That is my center. And he is everywhere. He is encouraging everyone. He plays with every team member. The center is the one that comes alongside of everyone and makes the game the best that it can be. Now I'm going to ask if anyone here, teachers or students, has ever made Jesus their center. Can I ask you to stand right now? I'm not trying to make anyone feel uncomfortable here. I'm just trying to get you to see that I'm not the only one that's claiming that Jesus is my center. Thanks so much. You can take a seat. That there are people around you that are playing this game and they have also made Jesus their center. Have we arrived at a certain point? Are we always winning championships? Sometimes not. Sometimes we need to regroup as a team. Sometimes we need to get back and have some chats with our center and say, hey, what's going on? But we are all on the journey. We are all on this journey. And you know what? I think living our best life is putting certain people in their rightful place to play the best game that we can, to take as many shots as we can and have the team around us that's cheering and supporting us as we play this game. That was a hint. Yeah, awesome. Okay, cool. All right. Because guess what? There'll be times when I will take this off and I will put on another bib because I'm in other people's lives. And the other bib that I wear very frequently is the GA of my husband and my son. I'm their GA at the moment. And I pass it off to him as much as I can, and they take shots, and I cheer because when someone takes a shot and they win, we all win because we are a team. And there are other people in our lives who I'm maybe their GK, and I might be protecting, and I might be trying to block from them. And there are other people, some of our students, that I'm more of a WA. I'm more like I'm going to ride alongside of you, and I'm going to support in any way I can. And there are some people that I'm not even playing the game, but I'm standing on the sideline, and I'm like, yeah, you got this. And that's okay, because in every place that we are at, whether we're playing right in the game or we are cheerleading from the side, there's a game going on, but it is up to you how you play it. Maybe living your best life is getting the right people in the right positions in your team that set you up for a win. And then also being in other people's team and wanting the very best for them to set them up for a win. I want you to think about that. I want you to think about who's in your team. And whether Jesus is the center or not, you still have your players. You still have the people in your team. And whether you want to think about the plan or the play, it's happening. So why not be intentional about it? And why not step into living your best life with the best people possible on your team? Now, for some of us, there are names and faces coming to mind of people who are playing for us in our team. And for some of us, we might need to have some conversations. Are they really the best people that I need to surround myself with? And you guys are super, super blessed to be in an environment where you have teachers around you that support you and want the very best for you. I know some of your teachers. Mr. Goltz taught me geography in high school, and I hated geography, but I really liked Mr. Goltz. Such a good teacher. I hated geography, but I've traveled the world, so it did come in handy at some point. I'm kind of family with Mr. Scotter. Is he here today? So his sister married my cousin, so we're kind of family. So I know him. We worked in youth ministry together, and he's awesome. I know Miss Parkin as well. She's awesome. She's one of my sister's really, really good mates. Pastor Jono, Pastor Mal, a few people that I don't know your last names, and I don't want to just name you by face, but I know Anna as well from a long time ago, and they're just the people that I actually know, but I know that you're surrounded by staff who really love you and are really there for you. So right now I'm going to ask you to bow your heads and close your eyes. Thank you guys for coming. Wherever you're at, just take a moment to close your eyes and think about your team. Think about the players. Think about the people that you've put in the prime positions, like GA, like center, with every head bowed and every eye closed. I don't want anyone looking around at this point. I'm not going to get you to do anything public right now. I just want you to think about who those people are. And are they taking their positions in your team for granted? Or are they potentially the best people you could have because they've got your back? There are some amazing people who are ready to play in your team if you so allow. But take a moment to think about who they are. Because whether you are 13 or you are 17, be intentional about the team that you surround yourself with. Be intentional about who you give that center position to, because it matters. So with every head bowed and every eye closed right now, I'm going to pray, and then we're going to sing one of my favorite worship songs at the moment. Just close your eyes. It's okay. You don't have to look up. Just keep thinking about your team. Who have you got? Who are you surrounded by? Who's setting you up for a win? Who's your GA? Who's that person that you call your person? Do they have your back? Do you have their back? And who is your center? Dear Jesus, right now we are thinking about some important stuff, some important people. And Jesus, I know that for some of us, it has been really hard to play this game. Maybe we've been taking shot after shot after shot, and we have been missing like crazy. So I pray that you'll give us the strength, that you'll come around us, and you will heal our hearts in a way to know that we are not alone. We are not playing this game solo, but we are part of something bigger. Jesus, I pray right now for those of us who might be thinking, hey, we need to rethink who our center is. We need to rethink who is starting every play. Are they setting us up for a win? And I pray, Jesus, if there's anyone here that is opening their heart to you and saying, yes, we want you to be our center. God, first of all, I want to thank you for that. And I pray that they are strengthened in that decision. Jesus, I pray for those of us who might need to rethink who our GA is. And I will leave that prayer there. And God, I thank you that you enable us to live our best life. We love you in this place. And we ask all of these things in your super mighty name. And we say together, amen, 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 amen. Thanks, guys.